Have you had one of those bad mood days in which nothing works to brighten up your day no matter what you try? Well, according to today's doctor's prescription, maybe you just need a trip down memory lane. Studies have actually shown looking at old photos, it could be on Facebook or maybe an old family album, looking at you, your family and friends, could be a really easy way to turn that frown upside down.
I think they actually even looked at that it helps you release serotonin, makes you feel good when you look at these old pictures.
Drew personally asked for this, so we have it. You asked for some old photos of us. Aww. So Drew, you looked a little down earlier. Aww. So appreciate that good spot, Drew.
So cute.
Oh, nice.
We're thinking of French wine.
See, that's the symmetric tongue right there. So you. Aww.
Want to know an instant fix to perk up your mood without a pill? Yeah! Give a high five. Okay. Try it out, seriously. There's actual science behind it. The NCBI did a study showing that just verbal praise, also known as the high five, can truly motivate and encourage a child to do better. That's why we love to see kids in Little League and Pee-wee hockey and all that stuff, high-fiving, there's big smiles.
Yeah.
They feel good about themselves. You do that with your son.
Oh, I do that with my son. Every time he reads another word, I'm like, ha!
Well,
there you go.
Well, but it's not just for kids. One season-long study of NBA behavior suggests it just might help teams win as well.
But I also high-five when we get off the couch, if you did good.
That's a double high.
Could a little self-pleasure actually make you less depressed? The term sadsturbation is actually defined in Urban Dictionary as masturbating while sad. The question is, and I don't want to make
sad for long though.
We're gonna have some fun with this, but I think it's an appropriate question to ask: is could you use self-pleasure as a way to, I don't want to say treat depression, but get out of a funk? You're feeling gloomy or melancholy, because it's really hard to feel bad when you having the big O.
Yes.
That's right. Well, you're releasing dopamine, your body's releasing endorphins, so it relieves pain.
It's a large percentage of women on antidepressants who actually, because they're on these medications, can't really reach orgasm.
That's right.
Aside from people on pills, 75% of women can't reach orgasm through sexual intercourse alone. So to your point, there are actually some new tools on the market that are really actually kind of fascinating.
Okay.
This is a new one. This is called the Womanizer, and this actually uses air pressure instead of vibration. And some of the studies on this are actually really interesting. They did this, the company did this on women who were menopausal, who were having a hard time reaching climax. And they found that 50% of these menopausal women reached orgasm within a minute with this.
Really?
And
that's some little gadget there.
The ladies in the audience all want one.
No, and I
and you're all going home with Just kidding.
Sonia.
I can take this home, we're all good, right?
If you're at a party and you want to make sure that you're popular, this may be an opening bid right there.
Today we're going to share a surprising way that may help coping with depressive symptoms. And it seems bizarre, but reading crime novels.
Okay, so it's based in bibliotherapy, which is an expressive therapy that focuses on reading, and it changes your thoughts and your behaviors to then change your emotions. And I think crime novels specifically can be really helpful because they're trying to solve a problem and they get to the end. And oftentimes when people feel depressed, they don't see the end to that.
I think the idea of being immersed in a book and caring about the plot line and being invested in it, it kind of takes you away from whatever else you might be ruminating about or thinking about.
Good book is awesome.
And, and I think crime novels have that satisfying outcome. So I think you can see how it all comes together and unravels, and that's gratifying.
How about watching Law and Order on TV?
Switch to a healthy diet of whole foods. Your depression-related symptoms might be eased in less than a month, according to a new study. Australian researchers evaluated 76 depressed college students whose daily meals were mostly made of processed foods, high in sugar, high in saturated fats. They found that giving them more fruits, veggies, fish, as well as lean meats triggered significant improvements in their mood after just 3 weeks. The brain, we know, is your most important organ in so many ways. these foods, when they're real whole foods, they have all the vitamins, minerals, fiber, proteins, good carbs, all the things your brain needs, and it can lower inflammation. Also, we don't talk enough about stress. And, you know, crazily enough, when you're eating a lot of bad foods and you build up visceral belly fat, and your body releases more cortisol, it's a chronic stress hormone. It's this feedback loop. And you're quite honestly, you feel a little more depressed. You maybe become a little more food dependent on unhealthy processed foods, and you just go down a path.
That's an oxymoron. It's going to bring you down.
Feeling blue? A new study suggests that moving closer to the beach could be a natural prescription to boost your spirits. The study analyzed nearly 26,000 people and found that those who live less than a mile away from the ocean, 22% less likely to report issues such as depression and anxiety compared to those who live further inland. I'm out. I'm going to the beach. That's impressive. And 22% lower risk of anxiety and depression.
And we always talk about how emotional well-being is important.
Look at you, you're happy at the beach.
I was very happy at the beach.